Under the glowing skies of Neon Arcadia, where the horizon pulsed with shifting holographic colors and neon lanterns drifted like artificial spirits, Ryland Cross moved through the city like a ghost from old wars. His armor was dented and scorched, every mark a reminder of battles he no longer cared to remember. The city lights reflected off his metal chest plate, making him look like a worn-out relic surrounded by a future that had already moved on without him. He wanted a quiet life. A forgettable life. But Neon Arcadia did not forgive men who tried to disappear. A figure slammed into him, small, fast, trembling. A green-skinned alien woman grabbed his wrist with desperate strength, her luminous eyes shimmering with panic. "Please. I need you to pretend to be my boyfriend." The warrior who had faced horrors on distant planets froze at the absurdity of the request. But when she glanced over her shoulder, her whole body shaking with terror, Ryland saw armored Dominion enforcers pushing through the crowd, scanning faces and dragging hybrids away at random. She whispered her name, Lorana, her voice trembling as she explained that hybrids like her could be seized and taken to Dominion labs unless bonded with a partner. She looked at him like he was her last hope. Against his better judgment, something inside Ryland, something long buried, forced him to wrap an arm around her and pull her close. The soldiers scanned them, their helmets glowing red, but the false bond passed. They walked away unharmed. Ryland didn't know that a drone above had captured the entire moment. Within seconds, every massive holoscreen in the city blasted out a single headline. Human soldier bonded with hybrid fugitive. Suspected treason underway. The city gasped. Dominion forces mobilized. And Ryland's life shattered in an instant. Lorana pulled him into the shadow of an old skydock, where flickering lights struggled to stay alive. Her voice cracked as she revealed the horrifying truth. Inside her chest was a living bioreactor. A volatile fusion core implanted by Dominion scientists. If she panicked, if she died, or if her heartbeat spiked too high, the explosion could wipe Neon Arcadia off the map. Before Ryland could even begin to process that nightmare, the sky roared open. Dozens of Dominion dropships descended, their engines screaming. Sirens echoed off skyscrapers, and the streets sealed into containment zones. A tyrannical voice demanded the city surrender Lorana or face violent consequences. But then, something even more shocking happened. The HoloNet broadcasted altered footage showing Ryland helping Lorana escape a Dominion facility months ago, footage that had never existed. Someone was framing them. Someone powerful. With Dominion bikes racing toward them, Ryland dragged Lorana into his battered hovercar. Neon lights streaked past as they tore through the city, dodging stun beams that exploded against signs and shattered floating billboards. Ryland veered into narrow alleys, glided along curving sky rails, and dropped into the undercity tunnels. But the Dominion was already waiting. In the shadows stood Commander Voss, Ryland's former superior. A man he once trusted. A man now aligned with Dominion soldiers. Voss claimed that peace could only exist through control, and hybrids like Lorana were a threat to the entire galaxy. Her death, according to him, was not optional, it was required. Necessary. Mandated. He raised a pulse cannon at her chest. Then came a devastating twist. Lorana's veins glowed silver, not white. Her reactor wasn't just a bomb, it was evolving. Voss revealed a deeper truth, Lorana was only the first hybrid of a new experimental series. The others, hidden in secret labs, each carried different abilities tied to their reactors. Some could warp gravity. Others could disrupt energy grids. A few could even short-circuit starship drives. Lorana was the stabilizer. If she fell into overload, she would trigger the others across the galaxy. Ryland grabbed her face, forcing her panicked breathing to slow. "Look at me. No explosions. No fear. I'm here." For a moment, her glow steadied. Then Voss activated a new weapon, a suppressor sphere designed to force hybrid reactors into overload. Lorana screamed as sonic waves tore through her skull. Her hands shook violently as the reactor surged toward meltdown. Rylan charged the device, ripped it from its mount, and smashed it into the concrete until sparks rained like fire. Lorana unleashed a massive shockwave. But this time, she controlled it. The blast sent Voss and his soldiers flying across the tunnel without harming Rylan. But then came another twist. The shockwave awakened something hidden inside the walls. Old Dominion machinery powered back on. Steel vents opened. Spider-like sentinel droids crawled out, their red eyes scanning for targets. They weren't there during Rylan's military days. Someone had repurposed the Undercity. The droids attacked. Rylan fought with brutal precision, flipping over one, ripping another apart with his gauntlets, swinging a broken steel pipe like a sword. Sparks and smoke filled the tunnel as the droids adapted, learning faster with every strike. Lorana, still weak, tried to stand. Her hands glowed. She blasted one drone with a controlled beam of pure energy, stunning herself in the process. They escaped into an abandoned transit tunnel where resistance fighters ambushed the Dominion patrols. Rylan was shocked to learn that the people of Neon Arcadia had seen the viral footage of him protecting Lorana, and had taken it as a sign to rise up. Citizens seized Dominion weapons, overwhelmed patrols, and forced the blockade to crumble. Neon Arcadia rose as one. With chaos erupting above, Rylan carried the exhausted Lorana toward a stolen shuttle. Dawn broke over the chrome skyline, painting everything gold and blue. Fires burned in the lower districts, and resistance banners waved from the rooftops. As they boarded the shuttle, Lorana spoke in a voice barely above a whisper. Rylan. I wasn't just escaping. I was sent. He froze. She explained that her reactor carried a hidden star map, a map to the Dominion's ultimate creation. A superlab where the remaining hybrids were being held, and where a colossal weapon was being built, capable of erasing entire solar systems. Someone wanted Rylan to find that place. Someone inside the Dominion. A traitor. An ally. Or both. Lorana leaned against his shoulder as the shuttle rose above the rising sun. Whatever comes next. I trust you. Rylan stared at the brightening horizon, his voice low, fierce, and steady. Then we face it together. Their fingers intertwined as Neon Arcadia shrank behind them. What began with a frightened girl asking a lonely soldier to pretend to be her boyfriend had become a galaxy-shaking rebellion, wrapped in mystery, betrayal, and destiny. And it was only the beginning. You loved this cinematic sci-fi story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification. For more epic tales from Sci-Fi TJ Kingdom. More battles. More emotion. More cosmic adventure.